Hello and welcome to the Daily Comic and Collectible, episode 400! Yay! Today, the collectible of the day is the Diamond Toys Marvel Select 1/10 scale action figure of Iceman with diorama base. After his ice-based mutant powers manifested and caused a commotion in his hometown of Long Island, New York, teenager Bobby Drake was recruited by Professor Charles Xavier to join his school for gifted youngsters, becoming a founding member of the X-Men. As the youngest on the team, Iceman often brings a carefree attitude to the X-Men's adventures. Though at heart he's a brave and loyal friend who possesses much more strength than he often believes. This 1/10 scale action figure of Bobby Drake, or Iceman, is based on his appearance in Marvel comic books. This Marvel Selects figure stands over 7 inches in height and features 16 points of articulation for added posing and display. Figure includes multiple accessories, including multiple head sculpts, interchangeable hands, an array of ice blasts, different belts for different eras of the character, and even a beautifully sculpted ice slide diorama base with optional pegs for figure. Figure set designed by Iman O'Donoghue and sculpted by May Themtarama. Comes in a display-ready select figure package. Released by Marvel Select Diamond Distributors. Now, for my 400th episode, I'm covering the classic 4-part miniseries of Iceman, Volume 1, issues number 1 through 4, running from December 1984 through June 1985, with story by J.M. DeMatteis, art by Alan Kupperberg, and cover by Mike Zeck. The first issue is titled The Fuse. We open in a far-off land. A hidden being dispatches 2 servants, White Light and Idiot, to retrieve someone for him. Meanwhile, on Earth, Iceman returns to his hometown off Long Island for his dad's retirement party. Along the way, he becomes smitten by a young woman named Marge. That night, fed up with being harassed by his family and upset by the constant needling by his parents about being a superhero, Iceman storms out of the party and bumps into Marge. They grow closer as they discuss their families, but when White Light and Idiot attack, Iceman holds them off as Marge and her family mysteriously vanish. But Marge's home is destroyed in the process, and Iceman's parents are furious that he exposed his mutant powers to his whole family. The second issue opens with White Light and Idiot being destroyed by their master, who then dispatches a woman named Callie to find what he seeks. In New York, Iceman discovers a strange device in the wreckage of Marge's house. He accidentally activates it and disappears. Meanwhile, in 1892 England, Marge and her family watch as Bobby is sent through time. Marge's family insists that she should help him, but she refuses. Bobby ends up in 1942 New York and is shot in the arm, escaping a suspicious cop. He passes out and awakens in the apartment of his young parents. Suddenly, Callie and her minions attack, drawn to the strange device that sent Iceman through time. Marge finally intervenes, appearing before Callie and telling her that she's in the wrong time, then opening a portal that will bring Callie to Marge. However, Iceman's father was injured in the fight with Callie and dies. A horrified Iceman realizes that with his father dead in 1942, he'll never be born. As a result of the death of his father before he was born, issue 3 opens with Iceman finding himself in the realm of oblivion, the embodiment of non-existence, and the being who's been seeking Marge. She has defeated Callie, and Oblivion tells Iceman that Marge is his daughter, Mirage. He's reconstituted Iceman so that he can bring her to oblivion in exchange for his continued existence. Iceman is transported to an idyllic small town and finds Marge. He tries to reason with her to return to oblivion, but she refuses. A fight breaks out between them, which ends when Marge knocks out Iceman. Suddenly horrified by what she's done, she vows it's time to face her father, and takes Iceman with her into Oblivion's realm. The final issue opens with Marge confronting Oblivion, and Iceman, realizing he's treating her the same way his parents have been treating him, fed up, attacks Oblivion, and manages to overpower him. But Marge, realizing she can't exist without her father, intervenes and restores Oblivion. Defeated and exhausted, Iceman is consumed by Oblivion, but Iceman refuses to give up. Motivated by his love for his parents, he bursts forth, ready to fight once more. However, Oblivion stays his hand, humbled and intrigued by the power, this love he felt while Iceman was inside him. A power greater than even Oblivion. He turns back time and restores Iceman's father, then sends him home. Iceman and his parents have a heart-to-heart, and they come to terms with his life as a mutant and role as a superhero. He then leaves with his teammates, Angel and Beast, hoping to make his parents proud. Geek Fact: this is considered a key series, being Iceman's first solo series of any kind. Issue 1 is also considered a key, being the first cameo appearance of Oblivion, the physical manifestation of the death of a universe, and Part 3 is the first full appearance of Oblivion. Bonus Geek Fact: when this miniseries takes place, Bobby is a member, alongside former X-Men Angel and Beast, of the New Defenders. Once a loose coalition centered around Doctor Strange, Namor, Silver Surfer, and Hulk, 2 years prior to this series, the Defenders was retitled The New Defenders and featured a consistent lineup, anchored by 3 former X-Men operating out of Angel's home in New Mexico. The new team features more traditional superhero adventures, and, like the Avengers, they receive government clearance. Advertising Ad Fact: I used to love reading through these comic classifieds, just like this one. You can learn karate, self-defense, oriental secrets and tricks of kung fu. It's a home study course, and certificates are even awarded. But if that doesn't work, you could get the brass knuckle buckle, punky, funky, and functional. Great gift, or if you're not a menace to society, there's the real switchblade, ballpoint pen, the real switchblade, comb, or the 3-fold keychain, scissors, tweezers, and nail file, all in one. State-of-the-art gaming. Just when you thought it was safe to go back into the pond. New Frogger 2, 3 deep, beyond the pond. In this game, you'll find yourself hopping in and out of 3 new dangerous worlds. There's treachery underwater, villainy on the surface, and evil hijinks in the sky. A new video and computer game. New Frogger 2, 3 deep. Get hopping to it! By Parker Brothers for the Atari 2600 and 5200, ColecoVision, and Commodore 64 systems. Saturday morning cartoons. NBC has an all-new lineup this season for Saturday morning, and it includes 4 brand new shows. First, the all-new Kid Video. Fight Master Blaster on a rock and roll world on the flip side of the galaxy. Catch you on the flip. Then it's Mr. T. I pity the fool that messes with my channel changer. Then the all-new undersea adventures of the Snorks. I love that show. And the new Pink Panther and Sons. Then it's the all-new live show starring a real orangutan, Going Bananas, starring Roxana Banana. Then it's Spider-Man and his amazing friends. I see Iceman back there. We can't forget the last two classics in this lineup, the Smurfs. La 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 la. And Alvin and the Chipmunks. Alvin! Plus, 5 times during your morning, 5 NBC stars will give you one to grow on. That's David Hasselhoff. It all begins September 15th on NBC. So be there. And final geek fact. Iceman is classified as an Omega level mutant. The upper limits of his powers are completely unknown. His powers include, but are not limited to, thermokinesis, the ability to raise and lower his internal and external temperatures, thermal vision, cryokinesis. He has the mutant ability to control moisture, such as freeze any air moisture into solid ice. He can form rising columns under his feet to raise them into the air, and can connect ramps to slide down and travel above the ground. Iceman, although, has shown he's not limited to constructs, and can fly on his own, with his control over moisture. His powers are so vast, they extend down to the molecular level, to the point he can freeze all the molecules of an object or being with a thought. He can even evaporate someone into nothingness and reverse the process, with no damage done. His powers are so great that he can control the chemical reactions on a molecular level, and prevent superhumans like Sunfire from accessing their powers with a mere thought. He can not only cover his body with ice, but become organic ice. He is now translucent in his ice form, making him indestructible in this form. He can reform his shattered body. Even if incinerated, he can reform himself from moisture, water molecules. He simply cannot be killed. It is currently unknown if Bobby would be considered immortal. He can do so much more, but we just don't have the time. Bobby Drake, or Iceman's first appearance, was in the X-Men, Volume 1, Issue Number 1, from September of 1963. Well, I'd like to thank you for joining me for another Daily Comic and Collectible, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. And I really hope you enjoyed one of my favorite characters. This is Cat Fan Comics Man, and I'll catch you on the flip. Over and out.